We at Motivation hope you and your family are staying safe. Our walk-in locations temporarily closed, but our online store is open, taking orders and shipping them out daily. We sincerely appreciate the continued support. Let's smash through this video. Hi, I'm Mike, and welcome to our Motivation USA Brief Unboxing, where you can buy anything, everything premium for your motorcycle. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the beloved Ducabike as usual. I know you guys enjoy the Ducabike video, so we're going to unbox something special. We're looking at the Ducabike 7-button street switch. Immediately, once you see this outside of the packaging, you're going to notice the amazing quality. It is CNC machine out of billet aluminum, anodized in black, that's going to be able to withstand all types of weather. Rain, snow, the sun, you don't have to worry about anything fading over time. The 7-button street switch is gonna be in a box on its own. What tends to happen when you order Ducabike, based on the item that you're receiving, if it's something that's smaller that you've seen before that we unboxed in our last video, it's usually vacuum wrap or seal into the backing of the board by Ducabike. But in some cases, if you're buying something that's a little bit larger, like the oil bath or clear clutch cover, and in this case, it's the 7-button street switch, it's gonna be in a dedicated box. Let's open that up and see what is inside. In this specific box, they're gonna of course include some swag. It's gonna be some stickers by Ducabike. The 7-button street switch is gonna be wrapped into this white foam. That way it's protected. By the time you receive it, it still looks great. There's no dings or dents. It's coming out of Italy, so you know the quality is gonna be there. Each button are color coded for each task that needs to be done while you're riding without looking. You're not gonna lose any kind of functionality that was in the OEM. Mode button's still gonna be there. Your left turn signal, right turn signal, high beam button, flickering your high beam button. There are also 2 added buttons below. Now, each one of those buttons are gonna be color coded. Let's take a closer look and just kind of admire the detail, the quality that's there, the craftsmanship. You're getting quality when you're buying this. Is this smart for everybody? Probably not, but we'll dive into that a little bit further. One last thing I have to mention, the buttons are oil and water resistant. So being in the rain or anything else, or if something were to spill on there, you don't have to worry about any of the buttons not functioning properly over time. So they are resistant, they are very well built. And there is a very satisfying click on each one of those buttons when you press them. It's a satisfying feeling. You know the deal. Now, you know we don't just recommend you buying any mod just because we think it's cool. Let me kind of explain who is this mod for specifically. If you're looking for a unique look to your dash or your handlebar setup, it's a great way to go. Now, there are certain aspects of it that might turn a few people off, but you should know that. I'm gonna mention that here. We're not just biased just because we like something. We're gonna tell you what we think about it and why you should have it. So, for example, if you're tired of having the OEM switches in plastic where it's not as durable, you want that unique look, the 7-button street switch is for you. If you're a guy that loves doing track days, you want to be out there quick on the go, the 7-button street switch is for you. If you had an OEM plastic one, I've gotten this happen to me before on my bike. Fortunately, it started working again. I did a thorough wash on my bike. Over time, my horn stopped working. If you're having problems with your OEM where it's not functioning properly, right, it's damaged or you dropped your bike, you can actually use the Ducabike 7-button street switch, which is extremely durable even in any circumstances. You're doing track, you have a spillover, since it's machined out of billet aluminum and anodized, you can be assured that it won't break or splatter into thousands of pieces. It'll continue working. You might have some scuffs on it. It'll continue working. A guy like me love having my bike looking very unique. I like to try to make things a little bit different. In that case, in that scenario, you definitely want to throw that on there because it's something that's super mainstream in terms of MotoGP, and we're slowly starting to see MotoGP style 7-button street switch gracing the streets. And I think people are totally warming up to it. And the other thing that I have to mention about those street switches, you don't have those indentation where you have to pre-drill the hole onto your handlebar. you can just screw it on there. It's gonna clamp onto the handlebar without you having to worry about it. It's another great way if you're thinking of upgrading into higher handlebar, lower handlebar, or maybe some clip-ons that you don't want to pre-drill or anything like that. You can just clamp it on, tighten it down. You don't have to worry about it rotating or having to pre-drill. So that's another benefit of actually doing that. I have to mention this. It wouldn't be fair for you to see it and fall in love with it and not knowing what is the entry price point. You're gonna be looking at around $337 for just the left side. They are sold separately if you're looking to do the left side of the handlebar or clip-on, or the right side of your handlebar or clip-on. So overall, it might be a little bit more costly than what you're expecting. The right side, you're gonna be looking at roughly $200. Price may vary because over time things change, the video stays the same. So heads up, I did mention they are color coded, and you also have visual cues that are written on there for you to know. But once you've used it a couple of times, you won't even have to look down, you'll know what's up. This would not be an exclusive Motivation USA video if I didn't tell you the installation process and what it requires. Now, a lot of us tend to shy away, including myself, when we're starting to talk about wiring in a motorcycle. Nobody likes touching the harness. So if you do not feel comfortable, I highly recommend hitting up your dealership and have them do this for you. But, hold on. It is not a very difficult item to install. So it's available across the entire lineup of Ducatis, of course. Italia. So Ducati Street Fighter, Panigales, Monsters, Diavolo, Hypermotard, Multistrada, you can actually get it for pretty much that entire lineup, okay? It is a plug and go system, right? I know. You're thinking touching the harness, you have to solder things around, that could be scary. The great news about the entire thing is it's a plug and play system. Once you receive it, you plug it, you test it, see if it works before you start doing all the installation. You should be good to go. Now, the other thing for me that I'm a little taken back, right? When we're talking about Ducabike, usually when we receive their products, the instructions is pretty much well detailed so you can follow. In this case, the paperwork you get is just a small sheet, and that small sheet, it tells you the product you purchased is certified. So they test it multiple ways, making sure that every button works. There's no problem with the wiring. It's a snap and go system. You're good to go, right? So there's not a solid instruction. So I definitely recommend hitting us up, motivationusa.com. Hit up any one of our team members if you have any questions, any concern. Maybe we can actually look things up for you and send some PDFs your way or answer your question. We're always here. If you're considering shopping with us and supporting us, showing us love, we're here. You don't buy things and then receive them. It's your problem. We're here. We rock with you from the beginning of your order till you're out on the road, you're riding and enjoying the product. Take it to your dealer if you're concerned about touching wiring. But then again, you don't have to solder anything, so it's a plug and play system. And to make things even more comfortable, if you're thinking of selling the bike in the long term, keep your OEM plastic one. Somebody might not be as comfortable seeing that. It might be daunting to them. The reason I'm mentioning this is that in some cases, certain mods, they require for you to snip wires, you have to solder and take care. You can't go back. I love the direction Ducabike went because it's not an end-all be-all mod. You can go back to what you like, or you can use the new wave. The option is there, and you don't have to worry about damaging anything on your bike or snipping wires. The situation out here is dire, man. Your boy can't even get a haircut. I'm out here rocking a hat and all that. So don't judge, all right? As recommended, use your parts purchase to support the store that support your sport. Motivation USA gives back to the riding community with everything from safety seminar courses and worldwide racing sponsorship. For the most trusted parts and accessories, shop motivationusa.com. All links will be in the description down below. And remember, ride safe and ride often, because I do.